Hello, everyone. We hope that you guys had a good rest and that you're really ready to start day 2 of the SPT Day with us. For the ones who didn't join us yesterday, just a quick intro. My name is Leon. I'm joining all the way from Antwerp, Belgium, where I'm doing my PhD at ID Lab. I'll be hosting this event with Miguel. Hey, Miguel, how are you doing since yesterday?
Hey, Leon. Hey, everyone. I got to admit, I'm super thrilled to be back here today with all of you. As Leon said, I'm joining from Lyon in France, where I work as a data science lead. And, just super thrilled to be back.
All right. Well, we know that some of you already heard this presentation, seen it already. No, like spoiler alert, it's going to be almost the same thing as yesterday. But we still need to do a short overview for the ones who did not join us yesterday. So maybe, Miguel, you can start with a couple of words about DSPT.
Yes. I'll try to make this as short as possible. So a brief intro about Data Science Portugal, everyone. We are a community of data science enthusiasts that organizes regular events where people can come in, share knowledge, experiences, or just learn more about a specific topic. What this means is we promote knowledge sharing above everything. And as a matter of principle, we don't pay any money to speakers because we believe in the true meaning of sharing knowledge without any strings attached. We also believe in organizing events that are open for everyone. And we try to go the extra mile to break that barrier between speaker and audience. Lastly, we also promote networking between data scientists during our events as much as possible, since we believe that's the true meaning of building a community.
Okay, but there's also some things that, so in order to ensure what Miguel just said, we also don't want to be organizing yet another commercial event that's out there. And we are very straightforward with our speakers, and we tell them straight to their face that we don't want any blah, blah, blah bullshit on our stage. We also don't allow any selling or hiring. We do, though, encourage hiring on other platforms that we have for this, such as our website. This stage is also not for the speaker's self-promotion. And finally, when somebody sponsors us, it doesn't mean they will get stage, but also having stage doesn't mean that they need to sponsor us. Our speaker and sponsor teams work completely independently from each other to ensure that we have, on one hand, the best industrial partners, and on the other hand, the best speaker for the theme that we're looking to showcase to you guys. But I think that's enough said about DSPT. You already also seen the video before. Let's just start with DSPT Day 2. And the first question to answer, of course, it's why are we doing this? Well, as any presentation goes, we put 3 points into this. And the first one is knowledge. So we really think that by joining forces, for one big event, we can bring expert and knowledge from outside of the local borders. And one thing to keep in mind is that we are inclusive of the level of the talks we have. We want to have talks for everyone, beginners or more advanced. We did a new thing actually this year to help a bit bridge this gap, which is we sent out a document with topic introductions for more of the juniors joining us in the event so that they can get acquainted with the topic itself.
Yeah, and going right next to the second value, that's diversity. Okay, and we believe that by having people from different fields of study, different backgrounds, different experience levels, that helps foster our community and grow each one of us as a member of this community, much like a cross-pollination effect. We know that the word diversity gets thrown around a lot these days. But for us, this intellectual diversity is really something that is very, very important for the success of DSPT and our events. What's the next one, Leon?
Yeah, and well, of course, networking. This is exactly this cross-pollination that you talk about it. It's only possible also networking, and this is where if you put diverse networking, that's where all the magic, let's say, happens. And this is actually what you guys told us in the previous 2 editions. This is one of the most important things for you when you're coming to DSPT Day, and this is why we put so much effort also into the platform that you're using today. So that we can make sure that you also have some networking experience. Of course, it's not that we know that it's not the same thing as coming to the event, but at least you don't lose completely this important, let's say, piece of the puzzle of the SPT Day. But not everything is bad about having this online event. So if you look at, we were looking at the registration, data that we had from you guys, and we managed to cover 37 countries in total in terms of participants. And this is something that we probably couldn't have pulled off in a live event in Portugal. So thank you everyone, whoever's joining from all around the world. And yeah, use this opportunity to connect with anyone from around the world who's working in the data science field. And since we're talking about working in the data science field, another interesting fact about these 2 days, it's that if you look at the field of work of the participants, you of course have the classic machine learning, data science, data analysis, blah, blah, blah. But if you look a bit closer, there's also some other interesting profiles such as bioinformatics, health statistics, consultancy, insurance, marketing, and others. And again, this is the diversity that Miguel just mentioned. If you kind of mix this thing, maybe something more interesting can come out. So feel free to explore the platform again, see who's there. And one last thing is that even if you look at the field of study, we have people with a lot of different backgrounds. Yes, you have the classics for this kind of event, which is computer science, maths, blah, blah, blah. But you also have, for example, finance, management, health, information management. So maybe there is some interesting topic you'd like to find out more. Just, again, check the platform. There's a lot of people out there with interesting profiles. And Miguel, what can you say about the experience level of the participants?
Yeah, I think we're just going to add another layer of diversity, right? So if you see if you take a look at the years of experience of participants, and these are all of you guys basically, you can see it. You can pretty much tell what this chart is teaching us, right? Like the x-axis is the number of years of experience, the y-axis is the percentage for each bucket. And what we learn is that there's plenty of people here with a very diverse experience level. And therefore, you should take advantage of that and use our platform to engage with these people, find out where they are, and basically learn more with everyone. Again, don't be shy to talk to people. We're all here for the same. And next up, we have the activities, I think.
Yeah.
So in our activities, nothing changed from yesterday. Well, actually, something changed. So backed by popular demand and completely against what we initially scheduled, we will have once again our virtual party today with our resident DJ, and that should start at around 7 p.m. today. We saw how much fun everybody was having yesterday, and we just couldn't help going for a round 2 today. We had to. So this will be right after the closing session of today, so stay tuned. And you can find all links, all descriptions in the activities platform. What else do we have, Leon?
So besides that, we have stretching. So on one of the breaks, you're going to have, all the breaks are 15 minutes, except for one, which is half an hour. And in that break, you can, get a bit moving, stretch your muscles, because sitting the whole day is also not that good for you, as some of you already might know. So yeah, join the stretching and the break. Miguel, what else?
Yes, and as a DSPT Day Classic, we couldn't avoid having our badge quest, right? For the people that want to participate, you can find a list of all badges in the activity section, as well as what you have to do to complete these badges. So go ahead and check that out. For those who participated yesterday, pay close attention today, again, because there could be new badges coming up during the day, okay? Yeah. Some are easy, some are hard, some are just non-conventional. So pay attention, okay?
Yeah, and if you also start today, also pay attention, because some of them might still not be on the list.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, and then one more thing is that we still have this contest going on. We already seen some interesting entries, but please do keep them coming. Basically, you can also win prizes for sharing what is your current setup for this event, how does your desk look like, or what's your best data science joke. And we've seen already some, like I said, we've seen already some cool entries on the feed. But if you want to be eligible to win the prize, besides sharing on the feed of the platform, you must actually share this on your social network with the right hashtags. And the platforms are Instagram, LinkedIn, or Twitter. Just check in the rules somewhere. I'm not sure that way or that way, but in the sidebar on your left, and there's all the information you need to know on how to participate and what are the prizes. And then there's something we mustn't forget. What is it, Miguel?
Yeah, since we're on the topic of platform, another note, don't forget to visit the booths of our industrial partners and interact with other communities that we have on the platform. It's a great chance to expand your network and who knows, maybe starting a new project, starting a new challenge along the way. So explore that. The next thing that we have on the platform is our career survey. We have a career survey going on where we're mapping the data science professional panorama in Portugal. And if this is applicable to you, we encourage your participation. We already have 150 responses so far, and this is very important. All results will be made public after the survey is closed. We're not selling this to anyone. We're not keeping this for ourselves. We're giving it back to the community for everyone to know. So you can access this career survey by going to activities and then quizzes. It's very easy to find. What's next, Leon?
Well, let's jump into what we're going to be actually talking today. So yeah, we have this very big topic, AI of tomorrow. Wow. Well, just to give a bit heads up, with this topic, we really don't want to talk if robots are going to be taking over the world, if we are going to be jobless.
What do you mean?
Sorry, dude. I mean, these are all could be interesting topics, and I think some of them have really important aspects to be discussed, but I think it's best to be left for other events because this is again a more technical industrial conference. So what we'll be doing is actually looking into the technical state of the art, what could have impact in the future, or actually some things that are already having impact right now. And how we will put this is that we're going to start in the furthest of time and then move into something that's closer into the present. So we'll start with quantum machine learning and how its different paradigms of thinking about computing might shape machine learning as well. We will then look at neuromorphic computing and how some of its concepts already enable some on-the-edge machine learning. Then we'll have a small introduction into reinforcement learning and its potential. And finally, we'll finish with something that's still worth considering when we're talking about the future, because the future is not only about completely new methods and ways of thinking, but it's also about improving our current algorithms and what we have now. And one of those improvements will be our last talk of the day. But before finishing this closing session, I think we should also thank our sponsors and our partners. Miguel?
We honestly couldn't start the day without reserving a special thank you to our sponsors. Our gold sponsors were Feedzai, JTA, the data scientists, Nosh, and Siemens, to whom we are extremely, extremely grateful. We also received a generous anonymous donation from a participant of the event, so you know who you are, and a big thank you to you too. But there were also more companies that sponsored and partnered with us to make this event possible. I have to remind you, Data Science Portugal is a non-profit organization, 100% ran by volunteers. And without this help from companies, we could never have organized this conference, much less make it for free to all of you. So a big thank you to all of our sponsors who believed in us. And just to wrap up, we have a dedicated staff on the platform to help you in case you have questions or you feel kind of lost during the event. So reach out to the help desk if you need. Also, if you want to share content on social media, remember to use our hashtag DSPTDayOnline, as you see here on the slides. And without further ado, I'm going to throw this back to Leon and start our first talk of the day.